Yeah, call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See where this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go.
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
Come on, set. 10-2 start.
Squeeze, double.
Speed grip.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Mike spoke.
Hey!
It's a slant. 44 is the mic.
Go.
Block now to throw. A little check down to Lindsay. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
8 read. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber.
3rd down.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Check 43.
Hey, Zoo.
44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Check.
Go. Fire.
From midfield, here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. He's got a first down past the 30. A big play that time for the Raiders. 51 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain. Followed blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
29.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
On 2nd and 2, Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready? 50, plant. Recon,
they had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Switch. Get it.
They'll try and run for it. "21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
They'll run here with Lindsey. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Watch the screen. Pass. 44. Now. Ready?
From the gun on third down, Locke. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Kill. Look at me. Zipper.
Locke gonna go on fourth down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Garrett, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, exit.
Mike's 50. Crunch time, defense. Hey, 50. 50 the mark.
Go.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. This is the tight end Fant. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A give running right, Lindsey. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Hey, Mike 50, Mike. Yep. Mike 50. Oh, you got deep?
Switch.
Hey, echo.
From the gun on third down, Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Here's Lindsey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the Raiders' 46-yard line.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. And we're pretty quiet, team. Get it.
On second and 12, Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 7.
Now.
Throwing his Locke on third down. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Hey!
We got motion. Back up. 44 is the mic.
Hey, Orbit.
Get that quarterback at all costs. 44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Check. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Please grip.
Locke to throw for it on 4th. He's got a man. It's something that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. Here's Locke to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
5. X3. 218. Chop it. Hit it.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lindsey. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9.
Go.
44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Check. All day, punk.
Hey, wahoo. Go.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The kick by McManus is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Come on, set.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40. And the return will stop right around the 25. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Yeah, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Mike, shoot.
On 2nd and 9. Lock. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Hey, Alpha. Now.
From the gun, it's Lock. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Max Crosby drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And some space here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
First down, Raiders.
Kill. Hey, I 7. Scoot.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Hey, Hayward. 94, 637.
Here I come again.
Carl trying again on 2nd down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Von Miller, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
618. Hey, Charlie.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
They do go for it. It's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Tight dog.
On first down, Lindsey. And he's got some space here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They look to throw. It's locked. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Now Carr. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Hey, dude.
It's our time. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
On third and long, it's Carr. Now that'll be caught by Cup. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on fourth down.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. 3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
Here we go on fourth down with Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Down 2 scores. I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. Well, it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ready?
Throwing on first down is locked. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Deshaun Hamilton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Throwing now is Carr. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. It's a give to Freeman running right. A strong running. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, exit. Yep.
Switch gears. 44, Mike, 44. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Now Lott throwing on 2nd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a carry for Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 1st down gains. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Bradley Chubb racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Foster Moreau, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
From the 30 on second down, Locke escaping the pressure right. He completes this to Sutton. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Get it. On first down, right back to Lindsey. There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsey, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Jacobs now. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Back to throw, Carr. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. On third down, here comes Jacobs. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now Carr. And his throw here is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. Carr to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard. and they never get out of it. And
it's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 76 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Denver, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.